There are a variety of regional languages spoken to varying degrees in Italy, most of which belong to various branches of the Romance languages and are hence descendants of Vulgar Latin. The official and most widely spoken language is Italian, a descendant of Tuscan. All Romance varieties spoken in Italy, except from Italian, are often called dialects in the literature, although the term may coexist with other labels such as minority languages, or vernaculars. There are several minority languages that belong to other Indo-European branches, such as Cimbrian, Arbëresh, the Slavomolisano dialect of Serbo-Croatian, and Griko. Other non-indigenous languages are spoken by a substantial percentage of the population due to immigration. Legal status. Recognition at the European level. Italy is a signatory of the European Charter for Regional or Minority Languages, but is yet to ratify the treaty, and therefore its provisions protecting regional languages do not apply in the country. The Charter does not, however, establish at what point differences in expression result in a separate language, deeming it an often controversial issue, and citing the necessity to take into account, other than purely linguistic criteria, also psychological, sociological and political considerations. Recognition by the Italian state. Law No. 482 of December 15, 1999, recognizes the following minority languages: Albanian, Catalan, German, Greek, Slovene, Croatian, French, Franco-Provena sectional, Friulian, Ladin, Occitan, Sardinian. The law also makes a distinction between those who are considered minority groups and those who are not. The original Italian constitution does not explicitly express that Italian is the official national language. Since the constitution was penned, there have been some laws and articles written on the procedures of criminal cases passed that explicitly state that Italian should be used. Statute of the Trentino South Tyrol, a Euro. La lingua italiana. A la lingua ufficiale dello Stato. Code for Civil Procedure, a Euro intitolato il processo a prescritto l'uso della lingua italiana. Code for Criminal Procedure, a Euro gli atti del procedimento penale sono compiuti in lingua italiana. Article 1 of Law 482/1999 a Euro la lingua ufficiale della Repubblica all'italiano. Recognition by the regions. Aosta Valley, French is co-official in the whole region. German is unofficial but recognized in the Lys Valley. Campania, Neapolitan is promoted, but not recognized, by the region. Friuli Venezia Giulia, Friulian and Slovene are promoted, but not recognized, by the region. Piedmont, Piedmontese is unofficial but recognized as the regional language. The region promotes, without recognizing, the Occitan, Franco-Provena sectional and Walser languages. Sardinia, Sardinian, Caesares and Gallurese are unofficial but recognized and promoted, enjoying the same dignity and standing of Italian in their respective territories, as well as Catalan in the city of Alghero and Tabacchino and the islands of Sulcis. Trentino Alto Adige Czar 1/4 DTIROL, German is co-official in the province of South Tyrol. Ladin, Cimbrian and Marquesano are unofficial but recognized in their respective territories. Veneto, Venetian is unofficial but recognized. Conservation status. According to the UNESCO's Atlas of the World's Languages in Danger, there are 31 endangered languages in Italy. The degree of endangerment is classified in different categories ranging from safe to extinct. The source for the language's distribution is the Atlas of the World's Languages in Danger unless otherwise stated, and refers to Italy exclusively. Vulnerable Alemannic, spoken in the Lys Valley of the Aosta Valley and in northern Piedmont, Bavarian, South Tyrol, Ladin, several valleys, towns and villages in the Dolomites, including the Valbadia and the Gardena Valley in South Tyrol, the Fascia Valley in Trentino, and Livinallungo in the province of Belluno, Sicilian, Sicily, southern and central Calabria and southern Apulia, Neapolitan, Campania, Basilicata, Abruzzo, Molise, northern Calabria, northern and central Apulia, southern Lazio and Marche as well as easternmost Umbria, Venetian, Veneto, parts of Friuli Venezia Giulia. Definitely endangered. Alguerese Catalan, the town of Alghero in northwestern Sardinia. An outlying dialect of Catalan language not listed separately by the SIL, Alpine Provena Section AL, the upper valleys of Piedmont. The original joint ISO code, PRV for Alpine Provena Section AL and Provena Section AL has been retired on false grounds. Arbëresh, Adriatic Zone, Montesilfone, Campomarino, Porto Canwan and Arurian Malays as well as Chieti and Casalvecchio di Puglia in Apulia. San Marzano in Apulia. Greci in Campania. Northern Basilicata, Barial, Ginestra and Mascito. North Calabrian Zone, circa 30 settlements in northern Calabria as well as San Costantino Albanese and San Paolo Lucano and southern Basilicata. Settlements in southern Calabria, for example San Nicola dello Alto and Vina di Maida. Sicilian Zone, Piana degli Albanesi and two nearby villages near Palermo. Formerly also Valle Badessa in Abruzzi. An outlying dialect of Albanian, Cimbrian, vigorously spoken in Lucerna in Trentino. Disappearing in Giazza in the province of Verona and in Rona in the province of Vicenza. Recently extinct in several other locations in the region. An outlying dialect of Bavarian, Corsican, spoken on Maddalena Island off the northeast coast of Sardinia, Emilian-Romagnol, Emilia-Romagna, parts of the provinces of Pavia, Voghera, and Mantua in southern Lombardy, the Lunigiana district in northwestern Tuscany, the province of Pesaro Urbino and the March, and in a zone called Traspidanna Ferraris in the province of Rovigo and Veneto, Faeta, Fito and Sel San Vito in the province of Foggia in Apulia. An outlying dialect of Franca Provena Section AL not listed separately by the SIL, Franca Provena Section AL, the Alpine valleys to the north and east of the Susa Valley in Piedmont. Disappeared in France and Switzerland, Friulian, Friuli Venezia Giulia except the province of Trieste and western and eastern border regions, and Portogoro area in the province of Venice in Veneto, Gallo-Italic of Sicily, Nicosia, Splinga, Piazza Armerina, Valguana Carapip and Adun in the province of Enna, and San Fratello, Accadolci, San Piero Patti, Montalbano Alicona, Novra di Sicilia and Fonda Califantina in the province of Messina. An outlying dialect of Lombard not listed separately by the SIL. Other dialects were formerly also spoken in southern Italy outside Sicily, especially in Basilicata, Gallurese, northeastern Sardinia. An outlying dialect of Corsican, Ligurian, Liguria and adjacent areas of Piedmont, Emilia and Tuscany. Settlements in the towns of Cailafate on the San Pietro Island and Calasetta on the Santa Euro unregistered trademark Anchico Island off the southwest coast of Sardinia, Lombardy in the province of Novra in Piedmont, Marsquarceno, Palato I, Fiorozzo and Frasilongo in the Facina Valley in Trentino. An outlying dialect of Bavarian, Piedmontese, Piedmont except the province of Novra, the western Alpine valleys and southern border areas, as well as minor adjacent areas, Rhesia in the northeastern part of the province of Arden. An outlying dialect of Slovene not listed separately by the SIL, Romani, spoken by the Roma community in Italy, Sardinian, including both Campanese and Ligudares, Cesares, northwestern Sardinia. A transitional language between Corsican and Sardinian, Yiddish, spoken by parts of the Jewish community in Italy. Severely endangered tar paragraph HU, the village of Isheim in the upper Lis Valley Listel in the Aosta Valley. An outlying dialect of Alemannic not listed separately by the SIL, Malays Croatian, the villages of Montemitro, San Felice del Malays, and Aquivirva Calecros in the province of Campobasso in southern Malays. A mixed Shakoviana Euro-Shtokavian dialect of Serbo-Croatian not listed separately by the SIL, Griko, the Salento Peninsula in the province of Lex and southern Apulia. An outlying dialect of Greek not listed separately by the SIL, Guardia Piemontese in Calabria. An outlying dialect of Alpine Provena Section AL, Griko, a few villages near Reggio di Calabria in southern Calabria. An outlying dialect of Greek not listed separately by the SIL. Classification: all living languages indigenous to Italy are part of the Indo-European language family. The source is the SIL's ethnologue unless otherwise stated. Language classification can be a controversial issue. When a classification is contested by academic sources, this is reported in the notes column. They can be divided into Romance languages and non-Romance languages. Romance languages equals Gallo-Rhaetian and Ibero-Romance. Gallo-Italic languages. Italo-Dalmatian languages, not included as Corsican, which is mainly spoken on the French island of Corsica. Istriot is only spoken in Croatia. Judeo-Italian is moribund. Sardinian language. Sardinian is a distinct language with significant phonological differences among its dialects. Ethnologue, not without controversy, even considers Sardinian as 4 independent languages, which would be then included in a hypothetical subgroup named Southern Romance, along with Corsican. Gallurese and Sassarese are considered dialects of Corsican by UNESCO, rather than being Sardinian varieties. Non-Romance languages equals Albanian, Slavic, Greek and Romani languages. High German languages. Geographic distribution. Northern Italy equals, the Northern Italian languages are conventionally defined as those Romance languages spoken north of the La Spezia-Euro-Rimini line, which runs through the northern Apennine Mountains just to the north of Tuscany. However, the dialects of Occitan and Franco-Provena section L spoken in the extreme northwest of Italy are generally excluded. The classification of these languages is difficult and not agreed upon, due both to the variations among the languages and to the fact that they share isoglosses of various sorts with both the Italo-Romance languages to the south and the Gallo-Romance languages to the northwest. One common classification divides these languages into 4 groups: the Italian Eto-Romance languages, including Ladin and Friulan, the poorly researched Istriot language, the Venetian language, the Gallo-Italian languages, including all the rest. Any such classification runs into the basic problem that there is a dialect continuum throughout northern Italy, with a continuous transition of spoken dialects between, for example, Venetian and Ladin, or Venetian and Emilio-Romagnolo. All of these languages are considered innovative relative to the Romance languages as a whole, with some of the Gallo-Italian languages having phonological changes nearly as extreme as Standard French. This distinguishes them significantly from Standard Italian, which is extremely conservative in its phonology. Southern Italy and islands equals, approximate distribution of the regional languages of Sardinia and Southern Italy according to the UNESCO's Atlas of the World's Languages in Danger. Native languages of foreigners. Standardized written forms. The following regional languages of Italy have a standardized written form. This may be widely accepted or used alongside more traditional written forms. Piedmontese traditional, definitely codified between the 1920s and the 1960s of 20th century by Pin and Paca Squarti and Camillo Brero. Ligurian, graph registered trademark Alifia section E accent created by the Acada copyright Mia Liga to the first Ica do Bra copyright NNO. Sardinian, Limba Sarda Comuna. Friulian, Graphia Fischer Cent L created by the Osservatory Regione Cent L de Lenghi e de Culture Ferlinis. Ladin, Graphia Ladina created by the Istituto Ladin de la Dolomites. See also, Italian dialects, Regional Italian, La Spezia Euro-Rimini line. Notes. References, Lo Porchero, M. Profilo linguistico dei dialetti italiani. Bari, Laetizza. Marcato, Carla. Dialetto, Dialetti e Italiano. Bologna, Il Mulino. Posner, Rebecca. The Romance Languages. Cambridge, Cambridge University Press. Rapetti, Laurie, ed. Phonological Theory and the Dialects of Italy. Amsterdam Studies in the Theory and History of Linguistic Science, Series 4 Current Issues in Linguistic Theory 212. Amsterdam Philadelphia, John Benjamin's Publishing. External links, an interactive map of languages and dialects in Italy, Ethnologue, Languages of Italy, Rivista Etni, Linguistica.